Hey, what's up, y'all? I wrote a couple things down. I got this originally from Napoleon Hill, which is much before your time, but he was a very wise man. He still educates people even years after he was put to rest. So he came up with a quote: "Whatever the mind can conceive or believe, it can achieve." So whatever you put your mind to, and if you believe in that, you can do that, you can be that, you can have that. Take possession of your own mind and direct it towards any means you desire. Also, think about at birth. There are two envelopes clearly marked. One labeled riches you may enjoy, the other clearly labeled penalty for not taking control. The one marked riches you may enjoy, you have sound health, peace of mind, labor of love and justice, you choose and decide who you love, freedom from fear and worry, positive and mental attitude, materialistic items and desires. And notice materialistic items are the very last on the list, because if you pursue your passion, you pursue your dreams, the materialistic, the riches will come with that. Now, penalties for not taking control of your life: ill health, fear and worry, indecision and doubt within yourself, frustration and discouragement throughout life, poverty, and a list of other things: envy, greed, hatred, and jealousy. Your only limitation in your life is only ones that you set up in your mind or allow others to set up for you. Far too often we'll allow other people's thoughts or opinions about us to drown out our own inner voice, like our inner voice doesn't matter. We have intuition, we have our own mind. We can't let society or our friends or our peers, we can't let that control us. You must depend on your own efforts for your success, because far too often people think that they're going to run into some inheritance from a family member that they never met, or they believe that they're just going to hit the lottery, which half the people don't even play the lottery, but they still have lottery winning dreams. Also, you must have applied faith. And when I say faith, I don't mean your religious belief. When I say faith, I mean you have to be able to believe in something even when you can't see it. The same way you have the faith that you can take your next breath, that next piece of oxygen is going to be there to consume your lungs. That's what I mean by faith. You have to see it even if it's not presently or physically in front of you. Know what you want and believe you can and will get it. Be grateful. You got to give thanks and gratitude, because there are people that helped you get to the position you're in. Whether you want to be in this position or not, somebody keeps a roof over your head each and every night. Somebody put clothes on your back, puts food in your stomach. You have to be grateful to that person. That's not the person that we need to disrespect. We also need to respect our authority figures, our teachers, our police officers. We need to respect those people because they actually love their jobs and what they do. But the reason why at times they tend to be negative towards people is because the people that they are doing it for and dedicating their life and their whole purpose and every ounce of their being to are ones who are disrespecting them and taking it for granted and taking advantage of them. You know, how you notice that a good teacher, a great teacher, has been amazing and awesome, and then toward the end of the year or the semester or whatever, they tend to start to change. They still feel the same way, but they're starting to lose their joy out of it because people are taking them for granted, talking back to them, being disrespectful, getting out of line. And the reason that the people are being disrespectful, getting out of line, is because they're trying to put on a show for people. Because I guarantee if you remove the audience, there's no stage to perform in front of. So this is why you need to do for self, by self. Also, we have to stay open-minded. We have to be open-minded to the possibilities that something different can happen. Far too often we get content with where we're at and we'll put a ceiling or a cap in to where we can go what we want to be. You know, and we can't do that. We have to believe in what we believe in, and we have to stick to that belief regardless. It's got to be this simple. This is what I believe in, and I'm willing to die for it. Period. Somebody's wanting to take the clothes off your back. Somebody's wanting to take the food off your table. You're always replaceable at your job, your career, in your organization or program, even on your roster. You're replaceable. It's always the next man in mentality. And that goes from elementary school to even climbing the corporate ladder. If you don't want to do the job, there's somebody right behind you that want to do it, that's willing to go twice as hard, 3 times, 4 times as hard as you, because they're hungry and they flat out want it more. When defeated, keep going. Man and woman's faith will be tested many times before he or she wins. fail your way forward. You have to fail your way to success. Just because you failed doesn't make you a failure. And really, you only fail when you quit. So if you never quit and you just keep on going, you keep persevering, you will have whatever it is that you set your mind to. It's hard. If it was easy, everybody would do it. This is why everybody's not rich. This is why everybody's not successful. This is why everybody's not living their dreams. Because it's hard. It takes discipline, dedication. It takes endurance. Life's a marathon, not a sprint. You got to endure the test of time. You have to have a burning desire and be definite in what you want. You have to know, this is what I want. Only have a plan A. There's no need for a plan B because it only distracts from plan A. So, and I guess they call that putting all your eggs into one basket, and that may be so. But what I'm telling you is once you do that, you're going to start to find out things, and other opportunities will start to present themselves and create themselves for you. So even though you put all your eggs in one basket, like myself, for example, I put all my eggs in going to the NFL. That was my original goal, to go into the NFL. I fell short of that goal. But in doing that, I started learning things about myself that I didn't know that I could do. I started learning, I found out that I could work hard. I can dedicate myself to something. I could discipline myself to something even when nobody's making me do it. I found out I could be a good teacher. I found out I could be a good speaker. I found out that I could create my own organization to help train athletes get to where they want to go with dream chasers. That's what I found. I also found out I could write poetry. I also found out that I could touch a child's soul. I found out that I could make an adult smile, laugh, cry, and be happy. Those are things that I found out along the way in trying to pursue the NFL, which I never made that goal. I fell just short and played arena ball. But where I'm at now in life, I can't be mad at it. I'm extremely happy. This is probably the happiest I've ever been. And most importantly, believe and you shall receive. Before anybody else believes in you, you have to believe in you. Because if you don't believe you deserve to have it, if you don't believe that it's yours, nobody's going to just give it to you. If you don't believe in you, nobody's going to believe in you. So it starts within here. It starts within yourself. But you got to find out who you are. And then from there, the universe is like water. It likes to go around stuff. It will move out of your way. It's not going to keep a barrier here, because far too often people have this concept that the beginning stage is the process that it's going to take the entire time. That amount of effort and energy to get started is not what it's going to take the entire way. It's like whenever you build a skyscraper, you have to lay a solid foundation. So that's why the most time, energy, and effort is built on the foundation. So once you build your solid foundation, then from there the scraper goes up like that. And no different than a space shuttle. The most fuel is exhausted at launch. And then from there it just coasts the rest of the way. So that's how you got to think about it. You got to endure. You got to believe. You got to have faith even when you cannot see it. You got to believe and know that it's going to be there. So from there, the world is yours. You can have, you can do, and you can be whatever it is you want. And nobody can deny you of that.